The thing about pain is that it lies about time. When you are inside it, when the weight of it is real and present and filling every corner of your awareness, it convinces you that this is permanent, that this is simply what your life is now, that the version of you who did not carry this weight is a past self who is not coming back. Pain is the great liar about duration. It takes a chapter and presents it as the whole book. It takes a season and presents it as a sentence. And if you believe it, if you accept its distorted timeline as accurate, it will steal from you the one thing it does not actually possess: your future. Your pain is real. I am not going to minimize that. What I am going to tell you, with every piece of evidence I can bring to bear, is that it is temporary. Not because temporary means short. It might last longer than you want it to. Not because temporary means easy. It will not be. But because everything that has ever been described as the worst time of a life has also eventually been described, by the person who lived through it, as the time that changed them. The time that built something. The time that, as incomprehensible as it seems from inside it, was part of the architecture of something greater than the suffering. Welcome to Motivation Daily. Today I want to give you 3 reasons, 3 lives, 3 stories of pain that seemed unsurvivable, why you must keep pushing forward.
Think about Lance Armstrong, not the cycling championships. Those are complicated, and you know why. Think about what came before them. In 1996, Armstrong was diagnosed with stage 3 testicular cancer that had spread to his lungs, abdomen, and brain. His doctors privately gave him less than a 40% chance of survival. He was 25 years old. His cycling career, the thing he had built his entire identity around, appeared finished. The cancer was not just a medical crisis. It was an identity crisis. The person he was required a body that was capable of elite performance, and the cancer was systematically dismantling that body. He underwent surgery to remove 2 lesions from his brain. He underwent chemotherapy so aggressive that it was physically destroying him while theoretically saving him. And somewhere in that process, in the specific, private, nobody can do this for you process of choosing to survive when surviving was genuinely uncertain, something shifted. He has written about the cancer as the most clarifying experience of his life, not the most painful, though it was that, the most clarifying, the one that stripped away everything that was not essential and left him with absolute certainty about what mattered and what he was willing to fight for. The pain was temporary. What it produced was permanent. Now, think about Immaculée Ilibagiza. In 1994, during the Rwandan genocide, Ilibagiza spent 91 days hidden in a bathroom measuring 3 feet by 4 feet with 7 other women, while the Hutu militia murdered her family and approximately 800,000 of her compatriots outside. 91 days, in a space smaller than a closet, unable to speak above a whisper, listening to the sounds of a genocide happening to people she loved. She emerged from that bathroom to discover that her mother, father, and 2 brothers had been killed. The pain she carried out of that bathroom was of a type and scale that most human beings will never be asked to survive. And what she did with it, the forgiveness she chose to practice, the book she wrote, the speaking she has done across the world about the healing power of forgiveness in the face of the unforgivable, has reached millions of people and changed the conversation about what human beings are capable of in the aftermath of atrocity. She did not push forward because the pain was small. She pushed forward because she understood that the alternative, being consumed by a grief so legitimate it could have swallowed her entire remaining life, was a second death she was not willing to accept. And think about Robin Williams. Not the tragedy of how his life ended, but the extraordinary courage of what he did with the pain that accompanied nearly all of it.
Williams struggled with addiction, with depression, with the specific and relentless pain of a mind that was simultaneously his greatest gift and his most punishing burden. He has spoken in interviews about performing comedy as a form of survival, about the way that making other people laugh was not separate from his pain, but a response to it. The pain did not stop him from showing up. It did not prevent him from producing work that made the world feel less alone in its own suffering. For decades, the temporary nature of each specific dark period was proven not by its disappearance, but by what he chose to do inside it, by the performances given, the characters inhabited, the laughter generated in the rooms where his own light was struggling to stay on. The pain was real. The pushing forward was realer. And the legacy he left, the films, the performances, the moments of genuine human connection that his work produced, belongs permanently to the world that received it.
Here is what I need you to hold on to today. The pain you are in is not the final chapter. It is not the verdict on what your life can become. It is not proof that the thing you want is out of reach, or that the person you are trying to become is beyond your capacity. It is a season. It is a chapter. It is the part of the story that the person you are becoming will one day describe as the making of them. You cannot skip it. You cannot shortcut it. You cannot think or pray or plan your way around the part that hurts. You have to go through it. And going through it, choosing to keep moving inside the pain rather than letting the pain be the reason to stop, is the act that transforms suffering into strength. The pain is temporary. Your life is not. Keep pushing. Share this with someone who is inside a painful chapter right now and needs to be reminded that it is a chapter, not the whole book. Subscribe to Motivation Daily. We show up every day for the people who are still pushing through. Drop a comment and tell me, what temporary pain are you pushing through right now that you know is building you? Naming it out loud changes its power over you. Let's go.